Hey, thanks for sticking with us, folks. We are back here with Jose Espinosa, a great local talent here. As you can see, obviously, by his wonderful artwork, his T-shirts. Loving it, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
We are so glad. Yeah, we're great because we have a local artist here. How many times can we say local artist?
We love local artists.
Since a very young age, you've been a resident here, right?
Well, yeah, I moved out here in the IE when I was very young, maybe like 10, and then I started going to school out here. And this is where the brand was created, out here in the IE, so I just kept it moving out here and just trying to put it, on the map.
The brand is Rackoe Camp, right?
Rackoe Camp.
Rackoe, yeah. Cool. How did you come up with that name?
At first it was Rackoe because it was just me, and then, I incorporated Rackoe Camp because I have a lot of people in, helping me do what I do. Like a lot of people support it. So I just decided to call it camp because, I have this camp of, supporters.
Yeah, supporters.
So that's why I like to acknowledge the people that support me, like you guys, definitely.
Hey, does that mean
we're
you
part
guys,
of the camp?
Rackoe Camp, thanks for having me.
Camp, man.
Definitely, yeah.
So I want to hear, clearly you have come a long way at such a young age. You're a local artist, local business owner now. We'll talk more about that. I want to know how you got started.
Started painting or with the brand?
Yeah, how did you start painting?
I was just very little. I was had a lot of time on my hands. I like painting, and it's basically how I started making clothes. I always wanted to see my artwork on people, So I started screen printing and started selling it. People liked it, and I just kept it moving.
Did you have any artists like in your family or your friends?
My uncle actually taught me how to paint, and I was very, very amateur, and then he actually gave me a couple pointers. So yeah,
So that's who you stole those the paintbrushes from, right? To get started?
Yeah, he's teaching me how to draw with a pencil. I never was actually a color artist. I was more like a pencil artist, and then after I started making clothes, I was like, I need to incorporate colors.
Right,
I got a lot better, actually. I used to be a lot worse.
a lot worse.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
of course, everybody starts somewhere, but
yeah, everybody's got to start somewhere. But it sounds like that's something that's just really stuck with you. So you started with pencil. What were some of your favorite things to draw? Did you have anything that you were really well drawn to?
I was into Dragon Ball Z a lot.
Okay.
That was one of my favorite shows. So I was always drawing Dragon Ball Z characters. And yeah, that was a big influence on my drawing.
Very cool. So then how did this love of art, how did you transition that into, hey, I want this to be a business?
I used to actually, when I was little, I used to sell my drawings. So, and I'm a huge fashion, enthusiast. So I started, why not make my own clothes? And just started doing that, and it's working out, and I'm just gonna keep doing it and follow my heart.
Hey, I want to see this artwork on a shirt. It seemed like such a natural progression.
Yeah, sure.
Can we talk about some of your artwork here?
Sure.
Okay, so this guy looks familiar. The one right behind you.
Kanye West. It's one of my favorite musicians.
One of your favorite musicians. Very
He's also
cool.
a great artist too.
Yeah.
He does a lot of his own. He does a lot of drawings too, right?
Yeah, that's why when I grew up listening to him. He inspired a lot of what I do, so I had to.
Now, my eye is definitely drawn to this little sad Eminem. Can you talk to us about kind of the inspiration behind that? And then what did you actually use to make that happen?
Okay, that's a funny story. I was actually watching TV, the Eminem commercials where, they end up getting eaten. I just wanted to see how would that end up looking, so I decided to paint it. And actually, all my paintings are used with acrylic, just acrylic paintings, and mostly watercolor. I like using a lot of watercolors. You could tell this one, and Kanye West one. Those are just a lot fun because they're freehand, so.
Yeah, just freehand. And so we have this little elephant over here as well, right?
Yeah.
So we have acrylics, and then we also have watercolors.
Yeah, that's basically the two main type of paintings that I do, watercolor and just acrylic.
Yeah, so you went from pencil, and then you wanted to add color, and acrylic and watercolor is where it happened for you.
Yeah.
Now, what about this one right behind me here?
That's the logo, my logo actually, for the T-shirts. And I just dissected it with them. But I just thought, I'm going to try to dissect it. It kind of looks like steak.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
No, I like it. It looks really cool. Lots of inspiration came into that. When did you draw that logo? Because I know that's the logo for your clothing brand, right?
Yeah.
And so when did you come up with that logo?
I was I think it was a transition in summer 08, 09 when I came up with the logo.
All right.
Yeah, it was just Rackoe, just the name, R-A-K-O at first. Then when I brought the face in, I spelled it differently so I could make it a brand. And that's basically what it came to be.
And you created your own brand, which again, local artist, local business owner. What would you say to somebody that's aspiring to be somebody like you?
I would just tell them to be as original as they can be, get creative, and don't be scared to, you know, make that next big step, whatever it is that they want to do. And, you know, put themselves out there. However, network is definitely
networking as well. And it sounds like, especially since you added camp onto the Rackoe, where you know you've really had your community of supporters and whatnot.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, can we look at some of the merchandise here on the table? We've seen some of your artwork, and now it's translated to clothes, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you can hold up one of your favorite pieces.
This is actually my latest piece. It's I did it for Halloween.
I mean, they're great. They really pop here. Do you have? So you actually have a website then where we could go and purchase some of this merchandise?
Yeah, if you guys want to check out, I have a lot more. I just I didn't want to bring everything about a lot of paintings, but if you guys want to check out,
you're selling through them too. I mean, you mentioned to us earlier that you know you had other paintings you wanted to bring, but you've actually sold them, which is really cool.
Yeah, people just make offers on them, and they like them. So.
Do you put on shows as well?
Yeah, I have. I don't put out shows, but I bring my stuff to shows, like streetwear conventions and all types of things, and just showcase my
So
work.
if we want to see more of your artwork, and maybe if we want to purchase some, where can we go to get that information?
You can head over to raccoecamp.com, and it's my website. You guys can check everything out.
Raccoecamp.com. You got to support your local business owner, so young, which is such an inspiration. Local business, local artist. Raccoecamp.com. Jose, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back.